So this is what's my.
I'm Miss Rosie. I'm on your time, Miss Rosie.
Okay, so this is the story. Because I grew up with brothers,
Yeah.
and I like to say, and I've been around a lot of men. Well, actually, I used to say a lot of boys at the time because we lived on the corner of Tower and Salisbury. So on the side of us, it was a family of 5 boys and takes. In front of us, it was a mixture of 2 brothers and I believe it was 3 sisters. Yeah, it was. And then the left hand side, so my house is right here, it was a family of 4 boys. So then what happened is, and then my brothers, they had friends, and the other ones, they had friends. So I was so comfortable being around men. And then I ended up raising 3 sons.
There you go.
And I have 1 grandson, praise God, and my 2 granddaughters. But because even as a young woman, I always felt that people look at, well, sometimes men not having feelings, men can be heartless, deadbeat dads. And so what happened is, though I grew up in a 2-parent household, there was times when I felt abandoned. Because of my father was a functional alcoholic. He was a hard worker. And so that imbalance. So I like to say that my mother gave my luggage, but my father gave my baggage. So what happened is, as I got older, I saw my brothers being strong men and being strong fathers.
That's a good thing.
And as we speak, with my 3 sons, my oldest son has 2 daughters, and my middle son has a son, and then my youngest one doesn't have any kids. Well, my oldest son is actually a single parent for the 2nd time with his 7-year-old.
Oh, wow.
And in upstate New York, and Mama wanted to go in charge, to be able to help. He's doing an amazing job. So he's been in a situation where well, he has 2 daughters, so he was in a situation with his youngest one when her mother had her for a short while, that it was child support was going on to her.
I know.
And so then my husband was the one to say, hold up. So now that he has her, he said, hold up, switch that, because there was a time period where once he got her, the mother was still getting the child support.
Because she didn't report it.
Right.
And it's still collected.
Right.
And it's running it up.
Right. And then I have another family member who ended up being in a situation with child support. And basically what I'm saying about this, even as I was a young woman, I said to myself, I've never felt like okay, so I'm going to give a shout out to another book. So it's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey.
Okay.
And then his son had also wrote one for teenagers, which is very effective. But one of the habits is to have a win-win situation. So I truly believe that I never want to be in a situation where I win and you lose and I win. So I feel like when it comes to child support, yes, the 2 people made this baby. Yes, the child needs to be well taken care of, but I don't feel that a child should be caught in the middle of being a commodity.
But hold on, when you say you would, they would, to be honest, nobody really wants to, from my perspective, the government would.
Well, that's true too. Well, that's true too. When you can't work it out within yourself.
Yes, because
I know
most governments, they put a lot of cases about a lot of the mutual parents. They usually can't come to a mutual agreement.
Well, that goes back to what I was saying earlier with communicating. It's like because I look at it this way. Whether you're married to the person or not, you were in a relationship, you can divorce each other, but you cannot. But you can divorce each other, but you should not divorce your child.
That is true. Okay. What's your favorite music era?
Oh, I'm a 70s girl by all means.
So who you listen to in the 70s?
My favorite male artist, definitely Al Green.
Shout out to that. Okay, my mom listened to that.
And then the female would be Gladys Knight.
Okay.
So when I go, so my karaoke go-to is definitely Al Green.
Okay, I'm going to myself. Yeah. That's a Black Queen song.
And then of course, Earth, Wind & Fire.
I hear you.
Peabo Bryson. Yeah, so yeah, definitely.
What's your opinion on the crack epidemic since when you was a kid from what you see having done to society nowadays?
Well, I do remember when it started, and it reminds me of the fact of kind of like similar to when I did a paper for someone. I was a ghostwriter for someone doing a paper on the Great Depression, which was even back then it was spoken about. So to me, crack definitely was spoken about, and it wasn't say no to drugs until it affected a certain generation, a certain category of people. So like Lonzo was affecting black folks and killing them. It was no problem saying it was no problem in happening. But and I look at it as definitely a lot of things are just based on racism and economics.
Very true. Very true.
And I feel that again drugs definitely know the chemical balance, but as far as people wanting to medicate their pain, they want to anesthetize the pain that they're in, and so
or the trauma they've been through,
or the trauma they've been to, and again, like I said, a lot of I myself too found myself at times feeling like I had to suffer in silence, and then I got to a point where no, I have to find my voice, but then also finding your voice, you have to find your tribe.
Very true. I like that. Is there a level to success in life? I think success is an inside job. There you go.
I think that, for instance, I think that there's a fallacy sometimes with celebrities because they're just human. There was one particular time that I would watch different shows, like on Saturday, and it would be like this particular celebrity, say they're far from grace. And even last night on my phone, it just came up a feed where it was like about 6 or 7 celebrities, former actors that are in jail for life. So to me, it's like the fallacy that it's again, I keep saying your mindset, but it's like I heard something one time where it says poverty will follow you wherever you go. And the thing about it is that if you have a poverty mindset, but then money is given to you and you feel like you're successful, it's not going to last. That's how you have people that go from rags to riches, and they become millionaires and they lose it all. And how can you lose it all? Because it's really your mindset. So to me, success is an inside job, and that you have to do that inside work.
I like that answer. What's your opinion on the 211 system helping the homeless in Connecticut?
I don't really know much about, you said the 211 system. I know that...
do you think they do a good job helping the homeless from what you see in your travels?
I think that homelessness should not exist. I've always felt that no one should be homeless, and I know it may sound crazy saying this, but I've said it this way, that I feel like nobody should be homeless unless they really want to. And the reason why I say that, because there's some people, again, it's with their mindset, no matter how much you try, you can't give it to them, you can't force it to them, you can't it's like when their mind is in a certain way, it's like, oh, well, if I just, give you this, give you that, give you this, you know, but if your mind is not there, but I just feel like homelessness should not exist. I feel like it turned into like another like almost like a ethnicity where it's like, okay, you have whether people say Caucasian or black, or you say Asian or black, or you say somebody's Italian, somebody's Puerto Rican, somebody's Dominican, and somebody's homeless. I think it's turned into that, and it shouldn't be, because we are such a rich and vast country. And the thing about it is, we'll say United States, and before, you know, and then if you see something written, it's really United States of America. And we feel like, and I feel like we're not united, like from state to state, sometimes from town to town.
You ain't lying. If you can go anywhere in the world right now and come back whenever you wanted, where would you go?
Oh, I'll be North Carolina.
Why would you go to North Carolina?
Because it's just so relaxing. I just feel like in my bones. I would say, well, North Carolina and South Carolina, I just call it the Carolinas, because I just, I love everything about it. It's just like, I know part of it is because my mother was from South Carolina, and a few years ago, I actually went to Dollar General. Shout out to Dollar General, one of my favorite stores. And I went in there, and I love, like I said, I love tea, whether it's hot or cold. And I got this mug. It's a white mug. I cherish it, and I make sure, I just broke this mug that I had from Atlanta, and I gotta replace it. I cherish this mug. It says ASAP on it, and underneath it means as southern as possible. So even though I was born and raised in Connecticut, the South is really in my DNA. I love the people. People are friendly.
Not like up north.
No. I've coined as far as Connecticut. I said sometimes Connecticut people mind can be as small as a state, and the attitude can be cold as the weather. So when I'm down there, I don't care if you can be white, black, polka dot, or whatever. Like if I'm sitting in the car too long or something, somebody come up and they notice, like they notice things, and then they say, "Oh, are you okay? Is everything okay?" Like if I probably walked out of my car and started walking a little too slow or whatever, you'd be like, "Is everything okay? Is there anything that you need?" The food is great. Oh my God!
So I gotta get down there.
Oh yeah,
I ain't been down there yet, but I'm definitely.
Oh, the South? You know what? They would love you down there.
Well, I need
because you're friendly and high energy, and one of the things I find too when I come back, I have first of all, when I initially was going down there, as soon as I would, like one time I remember I went down there by train. And as soon as I was almost the train, it was getting ready to arrive to the train station, I felt the slowness. So what happens is, because you're such high energy and you talk fast and everything, it's like, first of all, they're going to know you got from there. Because it's definitely a feeling of slower. And so that's what sometimes northern people, it might bother, because they say, "Oh, it's so slow. It's so slow down there." But one of the things I find when I come back, I feel like I have to tone it down a little bit, because when I'm there, it's like I'm high energy because I'm feeling it in my bones. Yeah, the South is really in my DNA.
Sounds sad. How well?
They would love you down there. You would love it too.
How many parts of a brain do you have?
How many parts of what?
A brain do you have? How many parts is in your brain?
I didn't talk about that.
I got the question. That's good. Well, the answer will be 3. It's
and you know what? To be honest with you, I thought of 3. I should have just said it.
That's 3 parts.
But it would have been just guessing. I think if I said